Hi, I'm Adam Baker from Catena Space. Have you ever wondered, why do rockets look the way they do? Why are they mostly rocket propellant? And why do we throw them away each time? So the UK is hoping to launch rockets into orbit from its own spaceport in only a few years' time from up in Scotland. Most rockets, including the ones that we're hoping to launch, look something like this. They come in different sizes, but they're mostly the same shape. They can be large, can be small. This is a medium class rocket, it's called a Soyuz, and it's the same type of rocket that was used to launch Tim Peake into space to its trip to the space station a few years ago. The Soyuz weighs around 300 tons, fully fueled up on the launch pad. That's about the same size as an airliner going off to an overseas destination. Of that 300 tons, 7 tons is the bit that sits on the top that goes into space. That's the capsule that contains cosmonauts like Tim, or satellites that go up and stay in space for a range of different things. Another 8% or so, just a bit more than 20 tons, is rocket stuff that we see. So from the nose cone, right the way down through the rocket fuel tanks, to the rocket engines that you can see at the bottom, and some pumps and wiring and pipes and things like that. Okay. That leaves about 90% rocket propellant, rocket fuel we sometimes call it, oxygen and kerosene in the case of the Soyuz. And we have to burn that, and it's all used up by the end of it. So what happens is that 2% of the rocket, this bit here, goes into orbit and stays there, and then the 98% of rocket, including the rocket propellant, gets disposed of, falls down to the ground, into the ocean, or gets disposed of in a remote area like a desert. Why is it that 90% of the rocket has to be rocket fuel? Well, we're trying to send satellites, or Tim Peake, to the space station to 8 kilometers a second. That's really fast. That's enough speed for me to get from one end of the UK Land's End to John O'Groats in under 3 minutes if I were going that fast. And to do that, we have to put a lot of energy into things. Where does the energy come from? Well, the energy comes from rocket propellant. We have to burn it and throw it out the back of the rocket as hot gas. In order to do that, we have to carry that rocket propellant with us, and we have to carry the rocket engine and all the things that drive them, like pumps. And that's some extra weight. So the extra weight gets added to the amount of energy that we have to put into that weight to take things into space. And rapidly we find the tanks need to get bigger, and we need more rocket engines, and we need more rocket propellant as we go on. And in fact, if you look at the rocket equation, you'll realise that we need 50 times as much weight of satellite for the rocket to get the thing into space. And we have to drop most of the rocket off along the way.